Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh my God. Good morning. Well, Merry Christmas, Anna. Merry Christmas to you. Thank you, Kayla. Oh boy. Well, my daughter said that her ex-husband Frankie is not feeling so good. She said he sounds worse than yesterday. We'll see. Go whiskey. What'd you do? Move out of town? Move out of the country? Haven't heard from you. No text messages. I figured you got that paycheck and ran. Been at the dollar store and everywhere else. Hope you're liking your new job, Go Whiskey. Oh boy. I'm sorry to hear that, KB. Are you vaccinated? Oh no, soul sister. I'm sorry to hear that. Same to you, Amy. Same to you, honey. Thank you. You do like your new job? That's good. That's okay, Barbie. That's really nice. You'll be with them. Chin. Hey, Chin. How are you? Oh, good, Kayla. That's good. Takes about a week or two for it to be full effect, but that's great. Hey, Sherry. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you, Juliet. I feel okay. I'm feeling okay. Hey, Chin, what's going on? How's everybody? Hi, Donna French. Hello. You get tested every Monday. Oh, God. Oh, okay, KB. Be safe. Nah. When did you get it done, Kayla? When did you get the booster yesterday? Oh, that's great, Leslie. That'll be an awesome opportunity. Thank you, Chin. That's really awesome of you. Love your picture. Oh, thank you so much. It's just a it's just a regular V-neck. What's the matter, charismatic? What's the matter? That's nice, Donna. Thank you, Donna French. Oh, this Thursday. You'll be fine. Just stay real hydrated before you go. That's the key. Be really hydrated. Make sure you eat your breakfast and then be really hydrated. Really hydrated. Yeah, Lindsay, you can. Love to see it. Hey, Teresa. Yeah. Yeah, don't call them too much. Don't be a pain in their butt. I took my damn, what did I take? I think I took Claritin. Jesus, I can't remember if I took it. Oh, hell. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, so I thought I'd make the coffee and all that. I was going to stay up watching news. I drank one cup of coffee and I went back to bed. Even Button, she stayed in the bed. Little Frankie's okay so far, but Big Frank is very, very sick. And he was told to go to get the antibodies that would help him so he wouldn't have to go to the hospital and he'd be okay. And he don't want to get it. So God's plans are the only ones that are going to count. Oh, at minimum, go for at least 20 minimum, and then even after the shot, make sure you keep rubbing it and keep moving your arm, rubbing it and moving your arm. Then it'll go right through, and it won't last a problem long at all. Thank you, Teresa. My allergies are terrible lately. And now I thought he was going to go to the hospital. He was supposed to go in the hospital. His doctor told him to go to the hospital, but he won't go. Won't go. Said he's not putting nothing man-made in his arm. Okay, no problem. Nothing I could do. It's his choice. It's his body. I can't say a thing. I tried to encourage him to go, but that's all I could do. I don't want to be a hassle to him. And, he's grown. He's got to make that decision himself. But my lips look orange or something. Oh, Naomi. Yes. Yes, Tracy. I think you should get a lawyer. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes. And hopefully you have witnesses, I believe. Somebody also knows, and there's somebody else in your office or in your work environment that also had the same problem, but they were scared to say something. Catherine Miller, welcome back. It's true, Kayla. The weather's awful. Did you, Juliet? I didn't. I was okay with the first and second shot pretty much, but the booster, I was already sick, so it didn't help me none. If you're sick at all, you shouldn't get the booster until you feel better. I took my vitamins the night before. I took 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C the night before, and then drank a whole bunch of water. And I didn't have really anything much with the booster except for I had a sinus infection. Ugh. I missed you too, Tracy. Let me know how you make out. Don't wait on that. Also, if you wrote anything at corporate, which I'm sure they made you put something in writing, hopefully you have a copy of that, or they give you a copy of that. Hey guys, we're getting so close to Christmas. We're getting so close to Christmas. All right. So, all right, let me use these cards first. All right. In reference to today being Tuesday, December 21st, 2021. December. We are in December. This year is almost over. The choices and decisions that you make from now until the end of the year will definitely either plant the seed for you for January or not. Your choice. Your choice. How do you want your new year to go? How do you want me to do your readings? What do you want to hear? Because I can only give you your message that you earn, that you work for, that you try to do, that you attempt, that you make an attempt to something. For some of you, sadly, you're going to remain stuck. Nothing I can do about it. I can't change you or control you or make you do what I want you to do. But a lot of you, I want to say, have invested a lot of time, a lot of energy, all of your heart and soul into a particular situation. A lot of you know that this other person who you were giving all this to for many of you, did not reciprocate it well or did not return it. For some of you, you were settling. For some of you, you're still settling. For some of you, once in a while is okay enough for you. Is it? Is it? For a lot of you, you need to pull up your big girl panties or pull up your big boy pants and make a decision that's hard to make, difficult to make, painful to make. But being the adult that you are, sometimes as adults, we have to make choices and decisions that we don't like, that don't feel good. Like allowing our children to figure it out. Like not going places where you know you're going to be exposed. Like not hanging around people who don't see your potential or help you toward your goal. For a lot of you, even family members who tend to put you down or make you feel less than. For those of you who are black sheeps like myself in a family, you're on your own journey. You're different than them. For many of you, you're empathic or you're gifted. For many of you, you don't see things the way they do, or they haven't struggled the way you do. A lot of people don't want to be bothered with people that have an issue or a problem or a situation or when life's difficult. Some people like to stay in their fairy tale land, or they like to stay in their once upon a time story. You know, in the beginning, before addiction got crazy, meaning overwhelming, so many people have died. Let me see something. Hey, Google, how many people died in the United States of addiction this year?
According to CDC, in 2019, 70,630 drug overdose deaths occurred in the United States. The age-adjusted rate of overdose deaths increased by over 4% from 2018 to 2019.
Hey, Google, how many people died from overdose in 2021?
These are the top results.
Overdose deaths from opioids increased to 75,673. On November 17th, 2021, Americans died of drug overdose in record numbers as the pandemic spread across the country. A lot of it had to do with the result of lost access to treatment, rising mental health problems, and wider availability of dangerously potential street drugs. In the 12-month period that ended in April, more than 100,000 Americans died of overdose, up almost 30% from the 78,000 deaths in the prior years. The National Center for Health Statistics, the figure marks the first time the number of overdose deaths in the United States has exceeded 100,000 a year, more than the toll of car crashes. More than the toll of car crashes and gun fatalities combined. Overdose deaths have more than doubled since 2015. A lot of people's deaths were because medical staff or police officers did not have access to naloxone. You know, it's funny. Hold on one second. A lot of you, I don't know if you know that you can go to the drugstore and you can get naloxone or you can get Narcan and have it in your home if you do live with an addict. So that when you call 911, if you have to, you can save their life until the paramedics get there. I have it. It's very simple to use and it comes with a tester and then it comes with the real one. It's pretty interesting. When you pull it out, it beeps. This one, that must be the real one. Let me see.
To inject, place black end against outer thigh, then press firmly and hold in place for 5 seconds.
And you'll press down.
To inject,
and don't move it. And don't move it. Don't move it. I wait longer than 5 seconds. I've used it before on someone. Not my daughter, thank God. And it saved them to go to the hospital. And now they have about 5 years clean. So that's a blessing. So just to make sure you guys are aware. Virgo. So I don't know if you just saw this. I don't know if the video had stopped, but this is the Narcan. And like I said, the Narcan is very easy to use. It comes with instructions. Oops, that's the real one. I always pull the real one out.
To inject, place black end against outer thigh, then press firmly and hold in place for 5 seconds.
So you can get this at your drugstores, I believe, for free, if I'm not mistaken. It's good to have on hand. It's really good to have on hand. So with that being said, I don't know, did you guys heard what I read about the overdoses right now for 2021, right? Yeah, very easy to use. Oh, you do, Brittany? Well, hello. All right. Excuse me. I can't remember if I took my darn what do you call it? What I say I take? Not the Zyrtec, the other one. Claritin. Hello, sauerkraut. Hello, Sharon Margaret Stewart. All right. You're very welcome. You're welcome, Cat B. Well, you know what, Blue Eyes, and it's, that's just a perception from the way you're seeing it, but we can't look at things on a negative level. We can choose to look at anything negatively. Really, Anita? I'm glad he had it. Oh, good, sauerkraut. I knew you were okay. I'm glad. You have got to change your thinking. A lot of us get so stuck that I heard a gentleman say last night, and he's one of my favorites on TikTok. He is so authentic and so lovable and so kind, but so educated and so spiritually guided. If you look him up on TikTok, I think it's all one coach, or Hold on, let me tell you, because I love this guy. And I also love, let me tell you who else I love. Hold on. I love, it's the cool psychic. She does mediumship readings like nobody's business. And if you go on her live, you can get a free reading. She'll give you some messages. So look up the cool psychic. Tell her that I sent you there. Say Helen sent me. She's amazing. When I tell you amazing, she's amazing. She's amazing. The other fella, I only love two people really the most on there. And the other fella is, I think it's all one. Darn it. Let's see. I'm going to have to type it in and see if I can find it that way.
And tell me why you're doing that.
Boy. I don't want all that noise. I want to get in trouble on here. Let me turn the volume down. Okay. Now let me see. Here's my profile on TikTok. So come and join me on TikTok. Come and follow me on TikTok. And I'm trying to see how I search for that fella. Oh, right there. Okay. All one coach. Is that what it is? All one coaching. Is that it? Let me see. Yeah, that's him. All one coaching. I'm telling you. This is the guy. You'll know him when you see him. You see him? All one coaching. When I tell you he gets messages, if you think my messages are good, I love the messages that he gets. You can go there and say one thing, and he'll tell you something different. I'm telling you that man, all one coaching, he's a doll. He's a doll. So please check it out. The Cool Psychic and All One Coaching. Don't say I didn't warn you. Yeah. And you can get free messages on both of those. On both of those. Okay. So for today, again, it is Tuesday. It is December 21st. And the message that I have for you as a collective first. Almost came out. Almost. Okay. That flew right out. All right. So as a collective, for a lot of you, creative writing is the message here for today. Creative writing. Hope that's not backwards for you guys when you read it. So creative writing, I don't know if it's backwards. Is it better that way? I don't know. Archangel Gabriel says to make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So for anybody, including if you're in addiction, it is so important to journal your thoughts, your emotions. If you're feeling stuck, if you're wanting change, it's important to journal your journey that you're on. If you're having a transformation, if you feel like you're getting more and more spiritual, it is so important to journal on your journey. It's going to be something amazing to look back on. Like, I was here and now I'm here, and showing your progression. For a lot of you, it's important to journal or to write down the pros and cons of staying in that particular situation, relationship, that job, or whatever. Anything that you're ever struggling with, don't make a fast decision. They always say, and my fella here, All One Coaching, will tell you to wait just 24 hours before you make a decision, because things change constantly. Things are always changing. Oh, it's not backwards. Good. Oh, you followed? Okay, Mo. Thank you. You followed me? Thank you. So remember to follow me on TikTok, you guys. Follow me on TikTok. I greatly appreciate that. I'm going to be doing lives on there and some free stuff on there as well. So I definitely want you to follow me. It's at HG Spirit Messages. HG Spirit Messages. So at HG Spirit Messages. So follow me, please. I would love that. Yes, Leo. Yep, at HG Spirit Messages. Yep. Perfect. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. Yes. All right. Now, another message, please. Okay, this message is, again, Archangel Gabriel. So that's 2 cards. Out of 48 cards, 2 cards came out from Archangel Gabriel. It says you have an important life purpose involving communication and the arts. Please don't allow insecurities to hold you back. I will help you if you call on me. So make sure you reach out to Archangel Gabriel, especially if you're afraid of moving forward, you're afraid of taking a risk, you're afraid of growing, expanding, changing, progressing. Lindsay says she's completed her new project. And I want you to see these beautiful dolphins, the waves, and a giraffe. And this is what Lindsay painted. This is Lindsay Cummings, better known as Blue Smurf. Look at the detail. Look how the light comes through the water. Oh, look at the baby giraffe. Lindsay painted that. Lindsay, that's how gifted she is. Lindsay, how long does it take for you to paint that? How long did it take? You know, it's similar how this here has, oh, I'm showing you with the phone. That's so crazy. I can't turn the computer because I'll mess it up. But it's in 4 or 5 pieces, and you put it together and get the whole thing. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, Lindsay. Amazing talent. Amazing talent. That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Juliet. That's pretty. You got a giraffe too, Juliet, you could put with it? That's really beautiful. She's truly gifted. Hey, Ran, how are you? Which deck do I use? I use so many different decks, it's not funny. I use so many different decks, it's not funny. And a lot of them I don't have in their boxes. So those are the 2 I use today. I have so many decks here that I should keep them in their boxes, but I don't. I don't like them trapped. I just don't like anything trapped. So that's why I don't keep them in their box. Sorry about that. All right, messages for today. Now remember, this is about your sun, moon, or rising sign. It may or may not resonate with you. It may not. It may not. I can't pull a million energies into my video or into each sign. My day would never end. I'd be here for hours and hours and hours because there are millions and millions of thoughts, messages, occurrences, patterns, behaviors. There's so much in this room alone. In this room alone, we have 65 people. Could you imagine me giving you 65 messages for Aries? There wouldn't be enough hours in a day. There wouldn't be enough hours in a day. So I try to sum it as to what is the most general, what is the most popular, what is the most important for each sign, what's the most likely. So starting off, okay, thank you, with the sign of Aries. So Aries, you guys have gone through a lot for this whole year. You've definitely struggled with a lot of different things, and you found there to be an escape in some manners, meaning you found outlets, you found loopholes, you found ideas, you found and solutions, and then to some things you didn't find anything. Now, for some of you, Aries, the card that came up for you today is in fact the Star card. So with this, okay, I hold it back here because everybody don't like when it's up too close, but I do. So too bad. Okay, that one lady complained because I put the card here. Don't you want to see the card? If I hold it back here, can you really see it really good? No, you can't see the detail. So when you look at the Star card, Aries, it also can be called the Fairy Godmother card, just for some of you. It's trying to let you know that everything's going to work out fairly. Everything's going to work out the way it's supposed to. This is like really good news coming in with the Star card, especially after a lot of you have struggled with a tower type moment or struggled with things that were just not good or unhealthy or problematic or things that tended to raise your blood pressure, upset you. This card talks about trying to have faith right now in changes that are coming. It's not the time to give up right now, Aries. It's just not the time to give up, okay? So I need you to be mindful. I need you to pay attention and understand that nothing's going to stay the same. Nothing's going to stay the same. Leo, you have the 10 of Swords. So Leo, today with the 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords talks about, you might have hit betrayal. You might have hit rock bottom. You might be at the end of the road. You might be at the end of your rope. Now, for some of you, you might have failed because of your own choices, because of your own actions. Maybe because you didn't take action. Maybe because you did nothing about something. For some of you, choices and consequences go together. Good or bad, your choice depending on what you decide to do. For some of you, it's like you're over it. You're just over it. Whatever the situation is, Leos, it's like, I'm over it. Now, you're free to move in any direction that you want to. Now it's just a matter of picking up yourself, dusting yourself off, and moving forward. If it's over, it's over. If it's the end, it's the end. You can't change it. You can't change yesterday any more than you can change what happened 5 minutes ago. What you can change now is the present time. You can't even deal with tomorrow because it ain't here yet, but you can work on the here and now. So for a lot of you Leos, whatever was going on, whatever was holding you back, whatever was keeping you hostage or prisoner, whatever chains were binding you, whatever the devil put on you that you couldn't shake off, now you can. Now you can. And you can choose a different route this time, something that will give you a better outcome. All right? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you have the Four of Cups. With the Four of Cups, Sagittarius, this is because you're not ready to accept it. You may think, oh, I want them back. I want this relationship. I want it to come. I want them to come back to me. I want this back the way it used to be. It will never be the way it used to be. Not once there was a breakup. It's going to be different. It's supposed to be different. If you learn the lessons that were involved in the situation, then it's going to be different. If you didn't learn anything, you may repeat all the patterns that you did before, and you're going to get the same outcome, because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome. For some of you, this Four of Cups may be that you don't need this cup anymore. You may have said, I had enough. I'm good. I'm passing. No thanks. For some of you, your ex is going to remain an ex for a reason. For some of you, it didn't work out because it wasn't supposed to. For some of you, you may be dealing with somebody who's quite stubborn. And right now, they just don't want to. Because the whole situation, the whole problem, the whole fighting and disagreements and breaking up was all about because they didn't want to anyway. This is somebody who wants it on their terms, wants it their way, when they want it, and not when they don't want it. So too bad for you. Or vice versa, this is you being stubborn and saying, you know what, I don't want it right now. Some of you are playing this game. Oh, they're calling me. I text them 20 times and they never responded. So now they're calling me. I'm not going to answer. Keep playing games, and that's exactly what your life's going to be. One big game. If you want it, respond. If you don't want it, stop playing this attention-seeking type of game. Stop being juvenile with something. You guys are in your 20s and 30s, 40s, even 50s. Stop that. If you don't want to bother with them, block them, be done. But no, some of you, oh no, I don't want to block them because I want to know that they called. I want to see what they're saying. I want to read the messages that they're going to send, but I'm just not going to answer. Keep playing that game with yourself. You're going to make yourself fucking nuts. That's what you're going to do. You'll make yourself nuts. All right. Gemini. So Gemini, use your intuition. You have the Chariot card. You have that within you. We all do. Open that third eye up. Look at something. Be sure. Be sure. Follow your gut. If something doesn't feel right, don't try to keep turning it and turning it and turning it until it fits. Start to accept things, Gemini, for what it is, what they are, who they are. Don't go into a relationship with the intentions, well, yeah, I like this and that about him, but I can't stand this about him, so I'm going to work on that. I'm going to change that. Don't go with anybody that you want to change. You can't accept them for the way they are, for who they are, for the flaws that they have. Then you need to move on. They're not for you. Right? Libra. Libra, you have the 10 of Pentacles. So Libra, you might not really be eye to eye with somebody on something. You might not be thinking on the same wavelength, so to speak. For some of you, the body language alone in this picture, they're shoulder to shoulder, talking over their shoulders, not welcoming. They're not welcoming each other's opinions at all. Two different mindsets. For some of you, You might be involved with somebody who wants to spend a lot of money and another person wants to save a lot of money. For some of you, it's somebody wants to invest in something and somebody else doesn't. For some of you, it's going to take some time to come together with this person to get a balance that's needed. All right. Aquarius. So you have the Emperor card, Aquarius. You have the Emperor. So you have somebody very strong in your corner. You have somebody that you can lean on. You have somebody that can guide you. You have somebody that wants to help you. But this is not a game player. This is somebody who's very serious. It's somebody who doesn't joke around a whole lot. It's somebody who perhaps has their own business or runs a company or is a boss of some sort. Or they're just a man of their word. This could be also somebody who was in the military. It could be somebody who helped, taught. It could be a teacher. It could be anybody who takes leadership. This person is willing to help you. All you need to do is reach out. Cancer. So you have the Six of Wands. There's options right in front of you. For some of you, you see all the options, but that's not what you're looking for. For some of you, there's one particular person in mind for you, but they're not available at this time. They perhaps are with somebody else. Perhaps you're waiting for them to leave their partner. For some of you, you're not looking at the opportunities that are in front of you. For some of you, you're wearing blinders. You're not wanting to see that there is things that can be done, offered, enjoyed, but you have to be willing to change something. You have to be willing to take a risk. A lot of you just want to keep repeating the old patterns, the same things. For some of you, one of you stand out amongst a crowd. In other words, somebody may have more than one partner, but they see a great potential with you. Pisces. You have the Two of Cups. Somebody's willing to meet you halfway. Somebody is going to be willing to offer love to you or a full cup. This is somebody wanting to share. This is somebody maybe wanting to exchange ideas. This could be somebody trying to join a business together, create something. They want to do it with you, not without you. Scorpio. So Scorpio, when you have Five of Swords, you may have in fact won the battle, but the war isn't over yet. It's only the battle. Somebody was very slick or sly. Somebody wasn't prepared to go to battle in the first place. Somebody didn't have all their ducks lined up. Somebody thought that they could handle a situation and found out that they couldn't. Somebody thought that they could change somebody and make this relationship work out. But the person walked away anyway. They got what they wanted and they left. It's up to you on whether you're going to let them come back again, because there will be another round if you let it. Capricorn, and you have the Sun card. Sun card is happiness, joyful. It means that things are good coming your way. Changes are about to happen that are going to be favorable to you. There's no disappointment here. It's like the lessons that you've been through, the things that you've learned. That's where it's going to open up a path for you. An opportunity is going to present itself. Taurus, you have the Three of Cups. So a celebration is coming, or it might be in a third party. You might be. But you know what? It's only up to you to decide if that's okay or it's not okay. For some of you, if you're in a relationship, just out of respect, you don't belong in a strip club. You don't belong at a bar where people are drinking and flirting and having a good time like that without your partner. That's just disrespectful. You can go to a coffee house. You can go out to lunch. You can do all kinds of things like that. But to be in places like strip clubs or bars without your partner, that's just not okay. That's just not okay. For some of you, you might have gotten good news And there's a reason here to celebrate. For some of you, there may be a Christmas wedding coming up. Virgo. Virgo, you've been putting in a lot of work with the Eight of Pentacles. You're a hard worker. You're determined. You're focused. You will reap those rewards from all the hard work that you're doing. For some of you, the hard work is what you're putting into a situation with family or friends or even a partnership. The hard work is going to pay off one way or the other. Now, it may pay off where it teaches you things. Doesn't mean you'll last in this relationship. I'm not saying that. It's saying that it'll teach you things. It'll show you where your strengths are. It'll show you where your weaknesses are. It'll allow you to become the person that you are aiming to be. We are all constantly growing, changing, learning, experiencing. Hey, messing up, fixing it, whatever. Life did not come with a manual. It says at age 3, you do this. At age 12, you do that. At age 18, you do this. Just like when you have children. A lot of people like to play that game and like to lay down and get it on. But when that baby comes because you were irresponsible and acting immature, you want to play grown-up games, but you can't do it responsibly. Now you have a child. Some of you were children when you had children. How was that? Strong, right? A lot of work. You grew up fast. You figured it out. But there was an easier road that you could have took. For some of you, I get it that you wouldn't change anything anyway. I get it. And your child that you have now, you would have had later if you had waited. Because God's plan was God's plan. Now, that doesn't mean it was God's plan for you to get pregnant at 15, 14, 16. That was your plan. There are always going to be temptations. There's always going to be that yin and yang thing going on, always, in everything you do. You could be at work, working on a cash register, dealing with money, saying, boy, I really could use $10. I need cigarettes and I didn't get paid till next week. Ugh. I don't know if anybody'd notice if I took $10 from here. Temptation is always around. Your morals, your character. See, character is built by doing things that you know is right, whether somebody's watching you or not. Character is that voice inside of you that says, you know what, I would never take a penny from anybody. I don't care if I'm hungry. I don't care if I'm starving. I don't care if I'm a nicotine fit. A lot of you have been put through that test and you've passed. Some of you may have felt that, oh, Walmart's a big store. They're loaded with money. They ain't going to miss this one thing if I take it. It's one way to look at it. But you got to remember, source, higher power, God, always sees you. So whether you thought you got away with something, whether you cheated in a relationship, whether you stole from your boss, whether you lied to your parents, whether you did something that wasn't okay because you thought you could get away with it, you will answer one day. I promise you. You will answer one day. Now, I don't know who I'm talking to here now, but there's somebody on here, and I don't want you to put yourself out here. I don't want you to respond if you hear me. And if this identifies you, I don't want you to respond. I don't want everybody to see your business. But if you're a cutter, if you're hurting yourself, if you know you need help, I need you to reach out and get that help. It's not okay to punish yourself. It's not okay feeling that pain. That's not how it's supposed to be. So for some of you, whoever this is, you're keeping it hidden very well. Perhaps you're always wearing long pants or long sleeves. There is a way to get help. I've known many people who have changed what they do, and they're really happy that they did. If there's somebody here in this room is dealing with abuse right now, dealing with physical, mental, or emotional abuse from a family member, from a loved one, from a partner, from a child, reach out and get help. Some of you may be dealing with a child who is autistic and whose behaviors can sometimes get out of control. This young child may be very strong at times, stronger than you. And because of their illness, they don't know how to stop themselves. And you may not be strong enough to stop them. It is important to reach out and get help for that situation any way that you can. For a lot of you, you are struggling right now with stress, nerves, holidays, family visiting, or you going to visit family. Some of you traveling, some of you just having somebody over, somebody sleeping over. Things are changing all over the place. Maybe some of you are limited. Maybe due to this virus that many of you can't travel. Many of you are going to be stuck by yourself for Christmas. Just know that on Christmas Eve, we are going to have a Zoom meeting. I am going to put it in the community section. I figured I'll post a video first and say I'm getting ready to set up the meeting. As soon as you see that video, I'm going to wait about a half hour after I post the video because some people don't get a notification right away. Or maybe I'll even come on live like this first and say, okay, I'm getting ready to go over to Zoom. And that way, we'll see how many people we can get into the room. So when you're on Zoom, just remember, you got to keep swiping to see everybody in there. You also have to unmute your microphone and fix it so that your camera can be seen. For a lot of you, I know there's 3 little dots, and if you push them dots, it'll give you a choice. For a lot of you, if you don't do it, I know there's a button that I can push to invite you to come live. So that'll help. That'll help. So like I said, please join me on TikTok. Please join. Please follow me so that I can be able to go live on there too. And that'll be a lot of fun. So I look forward to seeing all of you. Thank you for coming in for this daily. I am going to be coming back today because everybody loved the messages from yesterday. Everybody loved getting a personal message yesterday. If you don't know about it, watch the video in part 2 as well and see the messages that people got. We were also very blessed with Stephanie. Her son came through and who had passed on, and this light out of nowhere, and I mean it was gloomy like it is now, and the light out of nowhere, the sun, came shining right in on me. A breeze came, it was her son, thanking me for allowing his mother to hear these messages that she'd gotten. It was amazing. It was amazing. Be careful. Yes, Tammy, be careful that sometimes you guys, you have to remember when things aren't smooth or you're nervous about a situation or you're wondering if something's going to work out or be okay, sometimes your mind will play tricks on you. Sometimes it'll seem really real what you're believing or thinking. Oh, they don't like me. They're talking about me over there. I know they're talking about me. I can tell because they're looking at me. Not usually. A lot of time, our fear, our insecurities get in the way. Don't look for approval from anybody, okay? If you love yourself and you love the way you are, stay that way. But if you know there's some things that you need to change, or there's some of you who may judge other people too much. Oh, that one's fat, that one's ugly, that one's this, that one's that. Don't let people judge you, and don't care what people think. Take care of yourself. Keep your hygiene. Keep yourself clean. If you're hoarding, clean up your mess. Get things under control. Look at your situation and realize that's not okay. If you're walking and you have to step over a whole bunch of stuff to get from one foot to another, something's wrong. You need help. Reach out. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great day. I'll be on in a little while. I have to eat breakfast. I haven't even had breakfast yet, and it's 3 o'clock. I'm so hungry. It's been a very slow morning, crazy morning. I was up at 5, like I said, then I went back to sleep. Didn't wake up till 10. Buttons, I made her food. She didn't want to eat it. What? So I had to cook chicken and give it to her. Spoiled. Now she's over there snoring. Whenever she hears me talking, my voice must relax her, because as soon as she hears me talking and talking on a regular basis like this, crazy dog I got. Crazy dog. But anyway, I love all of you. I can't wait to see you all on Zoom. That way you can see me, I can see you. I don't know who I'm talking to. It's a lot of fun. So, yeah, we all got to learn the hard way. It's not easy. Life is hard in general. It's difficult. We always have decisions and choices to make. We never know if they're the right ones. Got to wait till things play out. Sometimes we just got to wait and figure it out. Sometimes we got to do nothing and just be still and let God do the work. Trust in your higher power. You'll never fail. All right, guys. I will see everybody soon. Don't forget, Christmas Eve, we'll be Zooming. Look for my video. I'll be on in that morning, Christmas Eve, the morning of Christmas Eve, the 24th. I'll be on, let you guys know what time I'm coming back on to warn you that we're going to be doing Zoom. So hopefully you can all join in. Would love to see you. All right, Cushville, I'm looking forward to it. Oh, okay, Barbie, cool. That's nice. All right, you guys. We'll see you soon.